Yes, we used to give you some tips on how to fill the MBA entrance application forms. So you have a lot of forms to be filled. Every college will have some form that you need to fill before you go in for the interview. But some tips to help you crack it. This will definitely help you crack the interview. So we do have courses for interview VAD, GD, college specific course, general course. So if you're interested, you can contact us. We normally take few students and focus on personal attention. It's more of an individual based communication and answers. Now, why application forms are important? Because what happens is in some colleges there are marks for application forms. Like SPJMR, they have specific marks. Based on the form that you written, the content of your answers, they give you marks. Application form creates a first impression. So when you go for the interview, I mean, before you even enter the room, they read your application form. So that creates an impression about you, and first impression becomes important. And interviews are normally based on what you write in the application form becomes important. So tip one, keep the interview in mind. So whenever you go for the interview, write the application form, think about how will the interview go about. Your application form should go based on the interview. I mean, basically what you can do is decide what you want the panelist to ask you in the interview. I mean, say I want them to ask me about a particular hobby I have, or I want them to ask me about a specific work ex that I have. Then you can put that in your answers. I mean, your form will help you to lead the panelist to ask you questions on a specific area. Good way to make people ask. A lot of ways to crack. One way to crack the interview and very effective way is to lead the panelist to a particular area that you want them to ask questions. Prepare for that topic and crack the interview. But else what happens, they can ask you anything under the sun and that becomes difficult. Second, have a proper flow in your answers. I mean, your essay answers should have a proper flow. So when a panelist goes through your form, he should feel it like a story, interesting, etc. Don't make it repetitive. Like everyone writes, you also write the same thing. Don't make it boring. I mean, people go to chat GPT, people go to different sources, just copy paste. It becomes repetitive and boring. Try to make it a story if possible. Make it interesting for a panelist to read. It will help you make up. Highlight what qualities you want to portray. I mean, while writing the answers, there are some qualities that you want to portray and some you may not. Now, so you highlight those qualities. Think about what qualities you have. Don't portray what qualities others have. Maybe others are outgoing, etc. You're not outgoing. Don't portray that. Portray what qualities you have that will help you to be a better manager. Maybe you're good at taking initiatives. Maybe you can, be creative, innovative. Think of what qualities you possess, have examples of it, and try to highlight it in an interview so you can bring that out. Highlight your achievement. Important to sell yourself. Any interview, it's important. Don't overdo it, but highlight. I mean, bring out your achievements as far as possible. I mean, suppose I'm just giving an example. Suppose you want to sell your product. If you don't bring out what's good in the product, people are not going to buy your product. Remember that. You're selling yourself in an interview, remember. And therefore, it's very important to highlight yourself. And fact that nowadays, colleges focus on differentiation. They want a diverse, try to differentiate yourself from others. That could highlight your work. So if you have work experience, that becomes very important. Because, one way to show that you are good in your workplace is your work experience. To express your work properly, what your responsibilities, achievements, etc. Your awards that you have won, accolades, anything that you have won that can give higher weightage in the interview can be highlighted. Do that. Do not copy. Avoid copying from ChatGPT or any online source. Therefore, we normally don't give standard answers. We don't even give standard answers for our students because then it becomes repetitive answer. It is important to bring your own quality. We check the answers. We go through, check, then help, and then try to guide them with regards to coming with a proper answer. That's how it should go. I mean, therefore, an interview cannot be a group class. It has to be an individual class because each student will have his own qualities which he needs to highlight in the interview. Okay. You can take help of ChatGPT. But first, the answer has to be yours original. Then, for language, for other things, you can check. Understand that when you speak in the interview, how you speak can't be different from what you've written. If it's different, they make out that you're copied it from it. Your spoken language has to be same as what you've written. The way, the flow of ideas, the way you speak has to be similar. Do a word and grammar check before submitting. Basic thing of it. Technology is so advanced because if you don't do it and a grammar mistake, it shows that you're not serious about a college. Ensure that you do a proper grammar check, word check before you go. Okay, we'll come up with more interviews that will help you with regards to interview preparation. Do subscribe to our channel. All the best.